Hello, sports fans. Welcome to RVing with Luck. I'm Ralph Luck, and today we're going to be moving campsites. So I'll try to show you what I've done, what I've got to do, and then we'll go exploring for a new campsite. So I've already picked up the front rug. I've disassembled the propane tanks from the exterior. I've got in my zero gravity chair. As you can see, everything's gone. I'll next be closing the back gate here on the Jeep, throwing that water in the gas tank up on the cargo trailer. By the way, I did put the 5 gallons of gas already in the RV. And then I'll be throwing the chair in. I did run into difficulties unzipping the back here, but I got it done and figure out if I could get it back zipped up when I'm done. The only thing left to do is take the motion detector lights off the front engine area and close the hood. And that way when I get back, I'll just need to put the caddy on here, because once we find the site, I'll be unloading these at the site. Throw the caddy on the cargo trailer, back up the RV and hook up the Jeep, and then we'll go to the new site. But let's go exploring. So the gypsies are all gone. Their goats, their pig, and their chickens. And it looks like they left it pretty clean, which is good. Always glad to see that. Sure, they stayed in the same spot for months, but you know what? Who cares? They left it all clean. Okay, I think I found the spot. I'll give you a better look once we come back with the RV. Welcome to the new campsite. Just kidding. I did take the Jeep full of stuff, found a new campsite closer to the freeway, less of a drive to get onto the freeway to go to work in the future. Dumped all my stuff there, but then I thought, wait a minute, I'm hooking up the Jeep. Why go to the campsite and then have to come right here in the morning, which is RV country, where they're going to put on the new awning that I've already bought like 3 years ago and replace the rip one and diagnose what's going on with the generator. So in the meantime, I'm on this road next to the freeway, and the train tracks are even closer than the freeway. So I'll hear those all night. Lucky I'm a sound sleeper. But I bought some sleeping pills, aka adult beverages. And they said it's okay to park here. See the freeway in the back? It's the I-40. I've already got the slide out. I'm going to let Ninja out now to roam around. And this road dead ends about a mile down here. On the left is a RV storage place, or boat storage, I guess, whatever storage for vehicles. And then there's also an RV park way down here. But here's where we will sleep tonight. See, after I unloaded the water and everything at the campsite, I hooked this up. And no reason to unhook it, though that should be down. But take a look at my window. First time ever I unzipped it to get chairs and everything in there, and the zipper's caught. I even had 2 guys from RV country come out with needle nose pliers and stuff trying to undo the zipper. Couldn't get it done. So tomorrow, that's on the agenda too, because tomorrow night it's supposed to rain, and rain for the next 3 days after that. So what perfect timing, huh? I've always got luck, bad or good. So let Ninja out. She's in the grass doing some hunting. Typically, she won't cross the road. Although statistically, very few cats get run over. It's mostly dogs and deer. Look it up. Not lying. So I'm going to go inside now and relax. Hi, I'm very sorry that something happened to the audio here. I actually found the part to my wireless mic that I had lost, and now I have two complete sets, but this one would not connect. But anyway, let's focus on RV Guard's awesome camping mat. Look at that back there. Rewind it if you need to. RV Guard is awesome. That is an awesome, best front carpet for camping I've ever seen. And I'm pointing that out here. Of course, Ninja's already out and about. And in case you didn't get a clue in, this is our new camp spot for the next couple weeks. I did take out the water hoses and filter and stuff from the Jeep because we're going to be going into town in a few days, and I want that in the RV because we're going to go in the RV and dump tanks to get water, even though we really don't need to. But so you see my blue ox hitch still attached to the Jeep, and I'll be disconnecting that here soon. It's literally as simple as pulling a pin, although I ran into difficulty because that far shock absorber one, that far one, was maxed out at its length. So I had to get the Jeep back out of neutral, and it's more than neutral. There's a few steps, but anyway, and pulled it a few inches forward to be able to unhook all the Blue Ox stuff. And then, like I'm showing there, I'll be putting on the rings to the front of the Jeep. And of course, there goes Ninja, who has no fear and wants to explore every inch of the area. And I'm talking about that I thought about pulling in here and having my front door to that campfire pit, but my front door's right there to that major campfire pit, and I thought, you know what, I could pull up a chair over there. There's a ton of wood over there. Now my nearest neighbor's a guy in a tent. I've seen him out here for the last week, usually in the evening about 5 p.m. He pulls up in his sedan vehicle and gets out and, I don't know, goes in his tent. If it were me, I'd be sleeping in my car. But that's up to him. Then the forest road, of course, you can see right where I'm pointing. That is the main forest road. On a weekend like now, it does get all these crazy motorcyclists and side-by-sides, although that was a family riding bicycles very nicely. But it's far enough away that the noise really, I hear it, but I certainly don't get the dust or anything from it. And there is a pipeline road right here, and there's a guy parked on the pipeline road, and then that goes across the main forest road, and then you've got the caravan of a dozen places over there, RVs. But as I zoomed out here, that's to show you that I'm really hundreds of yards away from them. So it's not a big deal. It's nice that I'm in the Jeep. It's about 7 to 8 minutes faster to get to the pavement than the other spot. And it's always nice to move every couple weeks anyway and get out and see some new area. And this is what I'll be looking out through my bedroom. You can see the slide out is already extended. That's the first thing I do when I pull up to a camp. Once I'm there, I don't even turn off the engine. I put on the parking brake and extend the slide out. And Ninja's already looking for mice underneath my vehicle. And My mic apparently wasn't recording here, but I'm just showing you that I was like, wow, there's no trash in the fire ring. But then I point out, oh, there's a hefty bag full of trash right there they left. So thank you, you disgusting humans that decide to litter in the forest, for not disappointing me. Anyway, here's home sweet home. I've got everything all set up. Kind of stinks that in a few days I'll be having to drive the RV to a couple different locations. But, you know, it is what it is. Considering that in months I barely moved the RV, not a big deal. And of course, there's Ninja out in the forest doing her little walk and checking things out. So now that I'm done on the outside, it's time to go inside, put back up a few magnets and other things, pictures, things like that that typically fall down during transport, including an air freshener that I'm pointing out there. And we'll get the whole inside all set up and ready to live in again. Thanks so much for watching, especially those of you that stay to the end. I greatly appreciate it. It greatly helps the channel. I do want to say that I've got some exciting stuff coming up. I've got some top 10, top 5 list of do's and do-nots and other things like that that I don't know, that you guys seem to like. But more importantly, I'm going to be cooking up a filet mignon, oh, in the cast iron skillet in the RV. Again, rocking the boat because most of you don't cook inside, and I do. And I'm going to be doing a filet mignon. It's funny because I got 2 fillets for like 19 bucks. I get 2 ribeyes, they're like 35 bucks. So you know the ribeyes are the way to go. But it's probably been 20 years since I had a filet, and I decided to try these. Again, 2 of them for like 19 bucks, and we'll give it a shot. But that's on the next video, as well as days and days of rain that are expected, and some of the repairs on the RV, LED lighting strip, new window, and we'll see about getting the Jeep zipper repaired. But go out there, be positive, be nice, be active.